How dangerous is AI?
Dangerous?
Well, the US is worried about AI robots and drones from China, and they might have a good reason to fear. Now, before I forget, this is Uncultured Perspective. I'm your host Iggy, and this is my colleague Mason.
I think I once saw a video of killer pleasure robots.
If that robot was weaponized, I don't think the body count would be found on the battlefield.
It's a type of war I wouldn't mind fighting.
The type of robot I'm talking about is one that would be controlled by AI, which would make it more efficient in getting rid of flesh and bone opponents.
I know I've seen a movie about this. Looky here.
Close, but no cigar. And how did you get one of those?
There's no we. I got them off of eBay.
Is he safe?
He's safe, unless AI gets a hold of him.
In all seriousness, a dystopian future may be a future reality.
Are we talking killer robots or just a killer Skynet IA program run amok?
According to Newsweek, we need to start fearing the Chinese military. Here's the article. As we can see, China's killer robots are coming. And if those robot dogs in the picture look familiar, it's because they're Boston Dynamics. Boston Dynamics have been making robot dogs for the American military for a while. They do claim that their robots will not be outfitted with weapons, but will be used for search and find missions, rescue and/or aid to soldiers in the field. That's aiding soldiers, not soldiering.
Is that a Chinese military robot?
Chinese model, not Boston Dynamics, definitely scarier.
That looks like a gray version of the yellow one.
I think at this point no one's paying attention to patents and copyrights.
There's a gun on top of that robot dog.
Yep, and there's more.
A flamethrower? A running, jumping, flame-throwing robot dog.
That's the Chinese military for you. At least Boston Dynamics has given assurances that their robots would not be used in such a manner.
There are ways around promises, especially when the military is involved.
That would be an episode for another time.
The Chinese are good at making robots, so I think the threat is real.
If robots were the only problem, I think we'd be fine. But it's not.
The robot mind.
AI.
I suppose it would be too much to ask to have people controlling the robots.
Well, they are controlled by humans, for now.
What? I thought the lions were a myth.
Voltron? Let me guess. eBay?
eBay.
Not Voltron. Although it would be cool as hell to have Voltron on the battlefield, no. We have remote-controlled drones bombing neighborhoods, parks, malls, and battlefields. Anyway, returning to this article, remote forms of warfare from drones to cyber attacks have played an increasingly central role in this century's theaters of war. Control of the skies with unmanned aerial vehicles has been a critical issue in the ongoing war in Ukraine. And last week, the U.S. Department of Defense unveiled a fresh $1 billion investment to upgrade its drone fleet. Several major powers have taken this development a step further and begun to develop fully autonomous AI-powered killer robots to replace their soldiers on the battlefield.
We need Voltron now more than ever.
I wish. It would seem this article is complaining that China is building a robot AI army, and we're mad that it wasn't our idea.
Didn't you mention that other countries are going the same route?
That's what the article stated. Also, the U.S. dropped $1 billion to upgrade its own drone fleet.
$1 billion. Can't they buy state-of-the-art drones off of Amazon? I mean, they've already had drones dropping off packages. I suppose they could drop off something more lethal than Amazon Basics.
I forgot about those Amazon drones, huh?
Yeah, if they order now, they can get their drones delivered by the end of the week. And I hope they leave a delivery person a good review.
Okay. The Newsweek article continues. I would be surprised if I didn't see autonomous machines coming out of China within 2 years. Francis Tusa, a leading defense analyst, told National Security News. He added that China was developing new AI-powered ships, submarines, and aircraft at a dizzying rate. They are moving 4 or 5 times faster than the States, he warned. China and Russia are already reported to have collaborated on the development of AI-powered autonomous weaponry. Last month, during military drills with Cambodia, the People's Liberation Army, China, showcased a gun-mounted robot dog manufactured by the Chinese company Unitree Robotics. Russia showed a modified Unitree Robotics dog, rebranded as the M81, robot dog, and equipped with a rocket-propelled grenade launcher at an arms fair near Moscow in 2022.
Well, we've been in the AI business for over 60 years, so I think we've got nothing to worry about.
I think you might have added a few years too many.
Really? did you forget about Robot?
eBay again.
eBay. They've been wanting me to sign up for their credit card.
Apparently you'd be making them a whole lot of money.
Money is a small price for happiness.
Steve Goose is the Arms Campaign Director for Human Rights Watch, a New York-based NGO which co-founded the campaign Stop Killer Robots, advocating new international legal frameworks to limit the use of autonomous weapons systems. Unfortunately, China seemed to be pressing ahead rapidly towards acquisition of killer robots, as are many other military powers, Goose told Newsweek. China's rhetoric at diplomatic meetings on killer robots, where it has been called for restraints on autonomous weapons, has not been reflected in its action. China has already begun using AI-powered machines to develop weapons, some of which have been said could triple its production of bombs and shells by 2028. While TUSA said that development of these systems in the West would be delayed by legal and ethical objections, as well as the democratic bulwarks that securing military funding runs up against, Goose was less optimistic.
Goose from Top Gun?
Wrong Goose. U.S. policy on and pursuit of killer robots has shown little regard for the ethical implications of such weapons. It has opposed any new international prohibitions or restrictions on autonomous weapons, calling only for voluntary codes of conduct while rushing forward towards deploying. Oh my God, they're going to use the honor system? In March of 2023, a U.S. representative at a UN conference on lethal autonomous weapon systems said that it was not the right time to begin legislating against their development. This unbridled progress has elicited numerous warnings that non-human weapons could be incapable of abiding by the laws of war, and remove countries' reluctance to engage in conflicts for fear of sacrificing troops. Given that the supranational institutions tasked with limiting their use tend to be dominated by Russia, China, and the US, those countries powering ahead with killer robots, Goose said that attempts to do so have produced little of substance.
So where does that leave us?
Bending over and kissing our butts goodbye if we ever get into any kind of disagreements with China or other countries.
Maybe I'm wrong in saying this, but this episode wasn't much fun.
You got to show off your robots.
Silver lining. Maybe next episode we could have our friends at Reddit give us a story.
I thought they weren't your friends. Well, this is the end. Drop us a comment concerning AI, give us a like, and subscribe. Ciao for now.